Hey YouTube, this is Itachi13, aka 13 Dragon Blade, coming at you finally with my improved agent profile for the new year of 2013. I've made some minor changes here and there. If you take a look at some of the changes, you'll notice that from my deck profile, that's actually, if you look on my channel, that has gotten me the most views out of everything. So I'm going to go right into the deck profile and explain. My favorite Ace monster, Master Hyperion. You banish a agent from the hand, field, or graveyard to special summon it. You banish fairy to pop something on the field. Really smart, really easy to summon. It's just nice. It's an honest target. It's a 27 beater. It's incredibly hard to get over. And on the fact that it does popping, amazing card. So now we're going to go into the anti-meta-ish hate. We have two Kristas because Krista's boss, literally. That's all I can say. She is a pain in the ass because she's a 28 beater. You need to have exactly 4 fairies in the grave to special summon her. Neither player can special summon monsters, and when it is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can return it to the top of your deck. So basically you can just keep spamming this, as long as you can keep up your fairy count, which is very easy to manipulate in this deck. Really hard to get over that card. And then we have the agent part of the build. We have a Jupiter, because Jupiter gives every fairy a nice beef up. It's an 18 beater, and it's another agent that you can use to special Hyperion, so it's just another one that you use, because Earth is not at 3, but hey, it came back to 2, and that's what matters. 2 Earth, because Earth is amazing. It is a Stratos for fairies. Gets any agent that you want except yourself, and if you have the field spell out, you can get Master Hyperion, but it doesn't matter. The searching is what matters in this deck. You have to search. And then 1, 2, these are both super rare, and then still the one common, because I still have not gotten a chance to get any of the other ones, and I really, really need to get my hands on some super rare Venuses. But for right now, I still have 2. If you can have the third one ready, please PM me. I'm tired of having the common one. I want to make sure my entire agent count is super rare. Then we have 3 Shine Balls, because it is necessary at 3, just like you need 3 Venuses. It's so good. Helps you make your Gachi play. Helps you synchro for 8, synchro for 9, whatever the heck you want, this deck can do. Need to get myself a Mistborn for this deck, that's how good it is. 2 Herald of Orange Lights, because I don't run Veilers, and because I have a lot of mass monster removal as it is, so my space was kind of tight. I was either these or Veilers, and I like these better because it's another fairy, it's also a tuner, and it dumps a fairy in the grave. So basically it sets up your crystal count while negating and destroying the monster, which is better than Veiler in my opinion. Honest, because 90% of this deck is light. That's all I need to say. And then we come to the dark variant. Tsukuyomi, because you can control Crystal, you can control the board like this. I don't run Book of the Moon, so viable choice right there. Which is really good. Birdman, yeah, he's here. I finally put him back in there. I keep on taking him in and out because he's so good. But yeah, you bounce Venus or a Shine Ball, special him, and you get yourself a Synchro for 8 first turn. That's all you gotta do. And then of course we have the Double Tour Guide, Night Assailant, and Sanyan engine. This is pretty basic. You should kinda have this. It just helps make those rank 3s, which is important. And I like stacking on Zenmains. It's really fun. I like stacking on 10 Tempo and dealing with Zenmains. Look at her. Anyway, that goes for all the monsters in the variant. Now we're going to move on to spells. Reborn, heavy, double pot of duality. Can't explain how important this is. You really need 2 pot of dualities. A Dark Hole, and that's basically the main staples of the deck. You have to have those. I think every deck runs that. Double Lances. I'm never going to take this out. It's just so good. It says no, it is pure ponage and slapping your opponent in the face, because no matter what, you can have this in your hand, you can have it on the field. It is still a battle tactic. Either way, they lose 800 and you protect your stuff. Or they torrential, you chain with that, and your monster lives. So, it's just an annoying card. It's an annoying card and it's still very good. Double MST because you need to get rid of that back row. And I still run double Valhalla because I could use the extra special summon, and it gives my opponent something to waste their MSTs and Dust Tornadoes on. Or even their monster effects. I've seen people use their monster effects just to get rid of that, and I'm like, eh. Then we have the traps. We have a double warning and a judgment, because you need the Solemn Brigade. You have to have the Solemn Brigade. I'm not going to really explain that. And then mass monster removal cards. We have 2 Mirror Forces and double Torrential. This should clean up most of the monsters. You don't really need to worry about monsters in this deck. If it gets that hefty for you, then all you have to do is use Hyperion, and you're golden. Use Hyperion, use Krista, and you should be fine. Anyways, moving on to the extra deck. Dark Mist. This guy's never leaving. So good when he matches against BLS, countless matches against other matchups like Kikira's, Mermels. Mermels have been here and there, but I still face them, and they're still annoying, so I use this guy. And I also have beaten Samurais with it. Samurais hate it when I make this guy and they have Shion on the field. They're like, frickin' A. So, swing into that, you mad, bro? Another rank 2, we have Gachi Gachi, because that's pretty basic. You need that protection, you need that beef up. Rank 3 is we have Levier the Sea Dragon, because Levier the Sea Dragon is freaking amazing. He's boss. He can just get you any banished level 4 or lower monster, so take their stuff if worst comes to worst. Take their stuff and exceed with it. Acid Golem. This is the new one that's in here because I faced a lot of skill drain users, and I figured I need something big and beefy that I can use, and it won't harm me with skill drain. This is it right there. So, I bring up this guy, they have skill drain on the field, I'm like, I don't have to worry about attaching, and I'm going to swing at you for 3k. Just such a good card. And believe me, if worse comes to worse, I can always blow it up with Hyperion anyway. Zen mains because you have to stall. There's going to be many cases where you're going to need to stall, and you stack on Zen mains with Tour Guide or Sangan or with Tour Guide or Night Assailant. Either way, you're going to still plus yourself. 10 Tempo because I like taking materials off of stuff. I like taking materials off of Gachi Gachi and Zen mains, which I faced a lot. So, 10 Tempo just helps you get rid of that. If we have level 5 Synchros, we have TG Hyper Librarian and Catastor. Catastor blows shit up, and TG Hyper Librarian just pluses you every time they synchro. That's all that you really need to know. I now have a level 6 in here, Iron Chain Dragon, because you need to have a decent level 6 to go into. And since I have Gaia Knight in my other deck, I figured he would be a viable choice. Hey, it helps you mill your opponent 3 cards. So we have Ancient Fairy Dragon and Black Rose Dragon. Fix that up there. Both level 7s. You're going to make them a lot. Nice defense, gives you monsters, blows up field spells, and just field nuke. That's all I really have to say about Black Rose. And then finally we come into some staple-ish Synchro level 8s. Have Stardust, always been there, Thought Ruler because tons of things target right now, so I like gaining back those life points and also being able to stop stuff. Colossal Fighter and Scrap Dragon. Scrap Dragon, I don't really need to explain. At one point he was $60. That's how good he was. Pop one of your cards, pop one of their cards. 28 beater, you get it, shenanigans. And this because I love sitting on this guy while Dark Wolves just have Grapha keep punching me, and I'm just like, you mad? You mad, bro? You mad. Anyways, so, Lastly, Hyperion is the card of the night. This is Itachi13, signing off YouTube.